Thank you for taking time to learn about Seattle's All Hazards Mitigation Plan. This presentation is about 6 minutes long. After viewing the presentation, we hope you will review the plan, take the survey, or email any comments by Friday, January 29th. Here are some basics we want to cover in this presentation. What is hazard mitigation? Which hazards pose the greatest risk? What actions has the city taken? What are some of the actions included in the updated plan? What the city wants to hear from you. What is hazard mitigation? It's actions, projects, and programs that minimize risks to people, property, and the environment. In this plan, we consider risks caused by natural or man-made hazards. These actions help Seattle be more resistant to disasters and make us a more sustainable city. Why is hazard mitigation important? It helps us understand which hazards have the greatest impact, and also what we can do now to protect people and property from these hazards. Having an up-to-date hazard mitigation plan is required if we want to receive federal mitigation grants. It also strengthens the relationship between departments and agencies. If we plan together, coordinate, and consider hazard mitigation goals and other important plans, we will save lives and money. The All Hazard Mitigation Plan is a big comprehensive document. It includes the Seattle Hazard Impact and Vulnerability Assessment, or SHIVA for short. It lists all the mitigation actions that various departments accomplished over the last 5 years, and the ones they are working on or plan to work on in the next 5 years. The plan will be reviewed and approved by the mayor, city council, the state, and ultimately FEMA. The plan has 6 goals. The highlights what we need to do to protect life, infrastructure, property, natural and cultural resources. At the same time, the plan wants to promote a resilient economy and a collaborative and integrated mitigation program. The characteristics of Seattle that shape our approach to mitigation. We are the largest city in the Northwest. That's a lot of people and buildings to protect. And physically, our city developed around a series of hills, and we're surrounded by water. Culturally and politically, we are a vibrant, diverse city committed to resiliency. When we rank Seattle's hazards by a combination of frequency and level of impact, these are the city's top 10. There are different types of hazards that we experience in Seattle. And it's important to note that many hazards are linked. A geologic hazard, like an earthquake, can cause an infrastructure hazard, like a power outage. A windstorm might down power lines that set off a fire, and climate change will increase the incidence of many weather-related hazards. Earthquake is Seattle's top hazard. It doesn't occur very often, but it can lead to a cascade of hazards: infrastructure failure, power outages, transportation and hazmat incidents, fires, and more. Many of Seattle's mitigation actions strengthen city buildings and infrastructure to reduce damage, but most importantly, to save lives of people in buildings or on the street. Our second-ranked hazard is snowstorms. They, too, are rare but challenging because of Seattle's hills. Like earthquakes, a bad storm can lead to other hazards: power outages, transportation incidents. Windstorms are Seattle's third-ranked hazard. Storms like the recent Pineapple Express led to power outages and falling trees in many neighborhoods. You can learn more about Seattle's hazards at the Hazard Explorer on the OEM website. This online mapping platform provides detailed information about the location of various hazards. You can even enter your address and learn about the specific hazards in your own neighborhood. What has the city done to mitigate hazards? Here are a few examples. We inventoried all the unreinforced masonry buildings in the city, the ones most likely to suffer damage from earthquakes. We implemented seismic upgrades for a variety of city facilities, even an affordable housing project. We planned for the security of our food system to reduce hunger during many types of disasters. We strengthened our technology to fend off the increasing number and sophistication of cyber attacks. What will we do next? Here are a few things to look for. We'll implement recommendations from past studies, especially for more seismic retrofits, bridges, dams, reservoirs, retaining walls, and historic libraries. We will more thoroughly integrate hazard mitigation and resilience policies into our next comprehensive plan update, and we'll plan in partnership with the South Park community about how to adapt for future sea level rise while improving their quality of life. The road to an improved plan had a big bump, the COVID-19 pandemic. Work was paused for 6 months so city staff could focus on more pressing needs. We reconvened in September to draft this plan. Your comments will help us to finalize it. Next is a multi-step review and approval process involving key stakeholders like the Disaster Management Committee and the Emergency Executive Board, the Mayor, City Council, the state. The last step is for FEMA. We hope to have a FEMA-approved plan by the end of June. Let us know what you think of this draft. Be sure to send your ideas and comments to us by January 29th. Thank you again for taking time to learn about the Seattle All Hazard Mitigation Plan.